All right, so one of the changes is we've added a few wall files that weren't there before. So as you see, we've got our managers now have their own wall files. They're all right here. They are labeled with your name for ease. Please go through these towards the end of the month to make sure that they are cleared out and kind of filtered for what you actually need and not just filled up with garbage. These are your remotes, so wallboard remotes, stuff like that. Director, file folders, and Todd's. And then we also have an interview folder, which, as you'll see, first interviews, second interviews, and then interviews to set up. So that's more for like the HR group that kind of works on interviewing. So I'm not going to get real into that. If you have questions, please ask. Invoices have not moved. We do now have an inspirational shelf. So this shelf has been through quite a few changes as we opened, and currently it is an inspirational shelf, which also houses our staff library. So we do have some books from Todd's book club, and also just for mentorships and things like that. There is a little clutter here. We are a working office, so excuse the mess. This is the gem corner, so all of our guest comment cards, stuff like that, is over here. This is where you'll see the gem team working. Sarah, this is kind of where you're going to be pulling your comment cards from as they come in and responding to them. So guys, if you notice there are comment cards in the boxes, feel free to move them back right into that little slot right there. That's perfect. Every shelf in here has been wiped off with Clorox. It's also been labeled along with just about every contraption that's holding something. So it should be pretty self-explanatory where things are. But just a quick glimpse. We do have a couple binders that we did leave out because they are important to have out. We've got some cleaning stuff, first aid kit. We did move that down to make it a little more accessible. Some more HR type stuff, filing stuff, laminators, stuff like that. So up top, we've tried to keep it so the things on the top shelf are our least used items, and then kind of as we go down the shelves to our more used, so we can actually access them easier. So up top, you'll see there's a steamer, some HR files, some excess cords, a little bit of storage. Lost and found is up there still. And there are still going to be some changes coming to the office. Like the cash cart drawer is going to be moving down a shelf to where this big IPOS box is. As you can see, it is labeled for that because that's where that's going to go. This box is actually going to be removed and replaced with a toolbox that has it has all the outlets and stuff to actually charge the iPads right in it. We'll keep our IPOS stuff right in there along with all the reflective vests and all the items you might use for IPOS. So that will actually be moved out of the office and under lock. So over here we do have some office supplies. So if you're doing paperwork and need anything, for example, stamps, push pins, staples, all that jazz is right over here. Printers have not moved. The inside of the desk is even nice, so please try to keep that way. We have begun storing the dispatch deposit slips, right in the drawer. And I'm not sure if anybody's seen that use this book class, but if you have, then you need to reorder deposit slips. In the corner, it's kind of like the closer's corner. We have moved it over to this side to keep the marketing and catering side clear. So over on this side, you have your normal filing of your daily deposit slips, which the closers file, your daytime workers that do deposits should be putting their deposit slips in here so the closers have them to file at the end of the night. And then a lot of people have asked, what about the paid outs? Paid outs are going to go right in this folder all month long, and I will collect them at the end of the month for my end of month package. So please make sure that those are getting in there. When it comes to dispatch slips and things like that, I no longer need them, so feel free to throw those away. Along with any change order slips or anything from Loomis, honestly. Okay, over here we've got cardstock paper, Suzanne's little corner. We've got a little bit of laptop storage for when you guys bring in your laptops and want to do a little bit of work throughout the day. We also have some more office things that we have kind of sectioned off, and they are stickered, along with a shelf which says which order they should be in. So please keep these in order and do not just leave them on the shelf, on the bottom shelf, They need to be put back where they belong. Marketing and catering is still doing some work over here, so they're going to get some labels over here for you guys. But as you see, we have put up a couple bulletin strips right here. This one is for if you want to leave Shannon a message, and to the right if you need to leave Steven a message. You can actually pin those right there for them, and they will be able to catch those on their next shift. If it is an emergency, as always, please use Slack or something like that to get a hold of them versus pinning it to a bulletin board in the office. I think that's mostly all of it. If you have any questions at all about the changes, please feel free to ask. Thanks for your time.